Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. And first of all, I would like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, or Happy Holidays as some people would like to call it. And I said that I was going to do a Christmas Q&A. I haven't disappointed you. I have got some questions that have been piling up on Twitter, Facebook and my YouTube community tab. So let's get into the video. The first one is from my friend the Gambling Joker channel, and he's asked me a couple of questions, so let's get into his questions first. So he's asked me, do you ever feel anxious during the months leading up to the holidays, including Halloween, Thanksgiving and Christmas? If so, which holidays make you more anxious than others and why? So, one, in the UK we don't celebrate Thanksgiving, so Halloween and Christmas would make me anxious because Halloween is October, and Halloween is known to be quite a busy time of year over here in the UK because a lot of children go out, they trick or treat, they bang on doors, you hear doors being banged on, you hear creepy music being played, you see people dress up in creepy outfits. So my anxiety goes from being fairly calm at the start of the month, and then as the days are building up, I get more and more anxious because I know that there's going to be children dressing up in creepy costumes with the fake blood on. There's going to be adults getting banged and bangs and bangs on the door with children going trick or treat. So that for me makes my anxiety worse. Whereas Christmas, again, will provoke my anxiety to a certain level because with me, I have to go from being in my calm space, my safe space, my home, to going out to my family's houses, out of my comfort zone, out of my natural routine. So again, my routine is disturbed, my change of environment is disturbed. I have to go into places where I'm not exactly 100% comfortable. So for me, Halloween and Christmas makes me extremely anxious to the point where I panic about how I'm going to get there, what I'm going to do when I get there, things like that. So in the second part of the question you asked, does my anxiety be directly related to my ASD? Yes, it is, because my anxiety is part of the autistic spectrum. It's part of who I am mental health wise as well, because I have a clinical anxiety diagnosis, so I'm always anxious all the time. So mostly, yes, my anxiety is related to my ASD. And then you asked me, if it's directly related to my ASD, what methods do I use to cope to lower it? Great, fantastic question, because with me, I have what I call sensory tools. So I have sensory jewelry, which are either bracelets, necklaces, fidget cubes, fidget spinners, and I will use them, take them with me in my bag, or have one in my hand, so if I get anxious I can fiddle with it, and it helps to slowly lower the anxiety. And for me, if I didn't have them items, so again, it could be a fidget spinner, a fidget necklace, a fidget bracelet, something that's small and convenient to be carried around in my handbag. And you've also asked me what other mechanisms do I have which are different from my typical ones that I use throughout the year. Okay, so if I don't just use my fidget tools, I use a lot of music, meditation that will help self-soothe me, and I usually get into a state of where I can get calm, but it takes a lot of time to build down to that. So for me, it's meditation music, it's mindfulness practice alongside with my sensory tools that I use. So whether that's colouring books, the necklaces, the bracelets, things that I know that work for me. So yeah, I hope I've answered your questions in that aspect. So that's that question answered. And then I had some on my YouTube community tab. My dear friend Lynn Mitzi asked me, does flashing lights on a tree be a trigger for some responses? Yes, for some people on the spectrum, the lights can be a trigger because it's the flashing. It's not just the flashing, it's the fact that we can see the colour and we can hear the humming of the lights as well. So it's not just that they flash like this at you. So the fact that we can hear the fuzzy, and we can also see the bright light that's flashing out at us, so it can overload us. So yeah, in answer to that question, I will answer that quite well for you. And then I'm going to go back to my Twitter, and my friend Bryce asked me, what's the Christmas present shopping experience like for someone with autism? Oh my God, where do I start with this question? This question is a well-rounded, well-founded question, but there's a two-part answer to it. So first part for me is I totally avoid shopping centres. I don't really like them. For me, they cause extreme discomfort. They cause me great anxiety. They make me feel really quite dizzy, sick, overwhelmed. I tend to do all my shopping online, so I cut the social interaction out. I cut out the social communication. I cut out the anxiety with having to go to a place where I know I'm not going to like being. So for me, I do all my shopping online, so it's done and delivered. So everything that I've got is from being delivered. So yeah, it's just overwhelming. And then my friend Alex, also on Twitter, asked, do you get nervous around many people during the holiday season? Oh my God, where do I begin with this answer, Alex? Yes, I do. It's a really anxiety-provoking situation, especially if I don't know the people. They'll come up to me, oh, hi Gemma, how are you? And I'm like, what? So it's kind of, I get really, really anxious. It leads me to get quite panicky, and being around strangers can be really difficult at the best of times. So I hope that's answered your question in that aspect, Alex, as well. I'm going to answer some questions from Facebook now as well. My friend Kevin, I won't give out his last name because I don't want to dox him, but my friend Kevin from Facebook says, what is the best way to help and understand someone with autism? This is a great, well-rounded, well-factured question. The best way to help somebody with autism spectrum is the fact that you take the time to listen. You ask them questions to help them calm down, help themselves soothe. So for someone like me, if I was to come into interaction with you and I was anxious, just take the time to sit with me and go, so why are you anxious? What can I do to help? Sit there and listen, talk to me, reassure me, tell me that things are going to be alright. Help me go through the meltdown procedure. Help me do things that would help me self-soothe. So yeah, it's just listening and communication, Kevin. That's it, really, for the most part. And also, my friend Philip on Facebook asks me, what is the one thing a person with autism wants everyone else to know? We want to be known as that we are just normal like you. We want to be accepted in this world that doesn't really accept us. We are just a little bit different, and we process things differently. So that's the one thing I would answer with that. My friend Benny on Hangouts has texted in, and she has asked me this question. Okay, here it is. Are there certain patterns in fabrics that can trigger you? There are some for me. This is why I ask. Thank you, baby. So I'm going to answer this question, Benny. Fabrics do bother me a lot. Fabric materials, especially around my neck area, where I know there's tags and there's going to be the scratchy labels. I often will cut them out as soon as I buy a new item of clothing. I will cut the labels out with some scissors or a knife, and I will take them out because it irritates my skin. So there is certain fabrics that I will wear that are quite comfortable and I like. But most fabrics, yes, are a trigger because I had to cut out all the labels, and I have to wash these clothes often before I wear them because the itchiness and the scratchiness. So I hope that's answered your question in that regard as well. And then I think we've got some more YouTube questions. Yes, we have. Here we go. We've answered that one. My friend WrestleMania has asked some questions as well. His son Elias happens to be autistic, same as me. So we're going to ask this. Do you have a hard time with New Year's resolutions? And what are your feelings about having a New Year's resolution? Oh my gosh. New Year's resolutions, let me tell you from my own perspective, New Year's resolutions to me are pointless because if you make them in December or January, within the first 2 weeks of January, you are bound to break them New Year's resolutions. So I don't bother. I set myself one New Year goal, which is usually to impact one person's life about autism and to help educate them. That's my one constant goal that I have. So I feel that New Year's resolutions are just silly. They're a pointless bit of goal planning, I suppose. The stress of the holidays can be very high for people with autism. What coping mechanisms do you use as a person with autism? And how do you get through the stressful time of year? Well, again, it's about self-soothing, so meditation, mindfulness, music, poetry, stimming toys are usually my ways of coping and self-soothing. Who else have I got? Captain Jerk has asked me a question as well, and he says, are you satisfied with the amount of merriment in this holiday for this year? He means in regards to the joy and all the fuss and everything. For me, it's overstimulating a bit, to be honest, because Christmas is made such a big deal of, and for adults it's not really a big event. Like for me, it doesn't really bother me. Yes, I like to spend time with my family and I want to be around them and see presents and whatnot, but for me, I'm not really that excited about it. So yeah, I just want to make sure that I've answered everybody's questions that I was aware of. Let me just double check. I think I missed one out. Hold on a second. Paul, very, very sorry. My friend Paul from Twitter has asked, how do autistic people cope with busy Christmas parties? Well, Paul, you've asked, so here's the question and here's the answer. People with autism get often overwhelmed in social situations, as you might know. Social situations can be quite daunting and overwhelm someone on the spectrum like myself, because you have to think about the social contact, you have to think about the social interaction, the social communication, being around friends, strangers, family. You have to think about all that constant interaction you have to do on a one-to-one or group basis. There is a lot of social energy, a lot of social interaction, a lot of social communication that goes into that. And for me, it's really, really daunting because my eye contact I know is an issue. And the fact that I have to constantly think about what I say and how I say it, how I come across. So I hope you find this useful. Please like this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Please like, comment, share and subscribe. And what is left for me to do now is to wish each and every one of you a very, very Merry Christmas. Or if you don't celebrate Christmas, very, very Merry holidays. Have a happy time with your family. And I'll see you all in the new year. Thank you for watching. Bye.